class of one of these ladies, whether it's English, Spanish, French, geography, or maths. See yourself learning something very profound and take it in. I want all of you to recognize that you are very, very welcome today. God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Pearson. Before I go on, may I see the hands of all the fathers that are in the house today? The fathers, can you please stand? Can you please stand? Come on now. Give it up for the fathers. Give it up for the fathers in the house. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. I have a passion for fathers. So mothers are always visible at everything. But let me tell you something. When fathers are present, functions like these, it really gives me a great feeling. My heart, I'm overwhelmed actually. I didn't even get a count, but I'm so happy. Fathers, I am overjoyed. Congratulations. I love you. I love you. I'm trying to remember if my father was at my graduation. I'm trying to remember. I just thought, okay, so he was there. We're in the same home, but somehow, you know, it's a while back. Let me not say, as my sister said, let me not say, because it's a while. Dr. Shamara Britton, Education Officer, Minister of Education, Region 4, and Miss Gabrielle Lee, Past Student Association President, and she's also, well, naturally she's a past student. So just welcome Ms. Chambers as she comes, and I'll just lead us come in that order and see here for you. Thank you very much.
Trying to put one step, just take one step at a time like you did, ladies. It is said that champions are made through trials and tribulations. This is evident as today we gather to celebrate the successes of a bevy of 200 beautiful young ladies, all of whom have triumphed amidst the odds and are deserving of the accolades that are going to be bestowed on them today. Master of Ceremonies, Miss Jackie Nicholson, Monsignor Erimodong Novesi, Rector General of the Blessed Sacrament Cathedral, Deacon Dr. Francis Lindo, and other members of the clergy here present, Dr. Shamara Brissett, Education Officer, my colleague board members, Principal Mrs. Keon Wine, other principals past and present who are in the audience visiting as well, Vice Principals, Mrs. Carolyn Hume, Miss Carrie Brown, past and present ones, Miss Mahoney Petty as well, Miss Sandra Williams, and all the senior members of the academic staff, all members of the academic, administrative and ancillary staff, our keynote speaker, Miss Joan Andrea Hutchison, OD, JP, PTA President, Mr. Courtney Hume, and all our glowing parents and guardians. Ms. Gabrielle Lee, representative of the Past Students Association. Ladies and gentlemen, well-wishers all, but most importantly this afternoon, our honorees, the graduating class of 2024. It is indeed a pleasure to bring you warm, sincere greetings on behalf of the Board of Management of Mount Alvernia High School. As together, we commemorate your successful completion of this stage of your academic purpose gained through Performances of these young ladies have enabled Mount Alvernia High School to maintain the title of the leading high school in Western Jamaica. And I want to thank you ladies for choosing to focus on your education. That is the best decision that you could have ever made. You took it one step at a time. I am acutely aware that throughout your tenure, you encountered numerous challenges, changes, adversities, and obstacles. Some of them seemed unsurmountable. But guess what? You never gave up. With grit and determination, you triumphed over the odds. This is the essence of the Mount Alvernia High School education. It prepares you to succeed in life, and I applaud you for your outstanding achievements in academics, sports, visual and the performing arts, citizenship, and so much more. 99 years ago, the Franciscan Sisters of Alumni founded this noble institution, and their mandate to build the capacity of young ladies such as you are by instilling strong morals and values and giving them a solid education. This is what they would have envisioned today, and I'm proud of you for maintaining this rich legacy. I am mindful that your accomplishments were ably assisted by the combined efforts of your school family, your personal family, and stakeholders and sponsors. And so, I must extend commendations to their astute school leaders, Mrs. Karen Wine, Principal, Mrs. Carol Yu, Vice Principal, Mrs. Terry Brown, also Vice Principal, and the management team and the highly skilled academic staff. Together, you have embraced the current trends in education to ensure that effective teaching and learning continues with our students. The hard-working administrative staff, and we are led by Bursar Mrs. Pauline Clark Robinson. As a board, we want to say that we value your commitment and the efficient manner in which the school matters are conducted. Our ancillary staff who ensures the clean, attractive space that you live in from day to day. Please note that we really appreciate you. You are part of this success. The dynamic Alumni Association, you continue to pour into the lives of your sisters by strengthening school programs. This year among your gifts were 40 desktop computers and other resources. You have also given financial assistance to the academics, to sports, to welfare, to student welfare. Thanks to all members who have contributed, to Mrs. Dawn Chin Jones and that Central Florida chapter. The several classes and that special group of five ladies, they were the ones who sponsored the trip to this year's pen release, the way to the sports program before. All the contributions, whether it be final or just said to me, encouraging us and seeing what is possible. So I'm glad for what you're doing for your alma mater, and I want you're looking good, and you have a euphoria this afternoon. It's afternoon yet, not quite. Today, you have done so much to ensure what we're experiencing today. So I want to really thank all the parents and guardians, and I must mention the PTA executive, currently led by Mr. Courtney Hume, President, and of course the immediate past executive led by Mrs. Julia Jane Spence, who would have had a hand in your development. We're grateful to the entire parent body for their dedication to you, our beloved daughters. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Montego Bay, under the guidance of the Bishop, the Apostolic Administrator, Bishop John Passad, Bishop Emeritus, Bishop Burchell McPherson, and the entire clergy, the sisters and everyone, we are also having to say thanks and to recognize that you are appreciated for keeping us grounded. With your blessings, the school is empowered and focused on education. Mount Alvernia High School is a model school, and I'm looking at model graduates. Best practice, Mount Alvernia High School is a leader in best practices. But guess what? We get a lot of support as well. And the Minister of Education, under the direction, especially the Region 4, of Dr. Michelle Pino, and our very own Territorial Officer, Dr. Shamara Brissett, have provided expert guidance which ensures that our school remains highly effective. We can't afford to slip. We remain thankful for your guidance. To all our corporate and community partners and sponsors, your kind gestures have impacted the development of the students and the school. It is great to have you with us to celebrate this remarkable milestone in the lives of our outgoing students. Graduates, as you culminate this stage of your journey and we bid you fond farewell, remember, it is the beginning of another new and exciting phase of life. This will require you to muster greater inner strength in vulnerabilities, discovering deeply hidden opportunities in challenges, and forge ahead even when the path is unclear. You are an august group of young ladies who have demonstrated your readiness to be a positive influence in the world. Go forth with courage and determination, embracing each step with enthusiasm and resilience. This year, more than any other, I know almost all of the graduates. Some I've known from they were babies. And so it is a very, very special moment for me as well to be here, to be witnessing this moment and to be part of it. So on behalf of the school board, congratulations, class of 2024. As I look at you, I see the future, and I'm filled with renewed hope and joy. The future looks great on you. Pursue all your dreams with confidence and passion. You have triumphed amidst the odds to be here. You have gained the right to be place. May your lives be filled with endless success. God bless you all.
Good morning. Master of Ceremonies, Miss Jacqueline Nicholson, you share my mother's name on a special place in Mount Alvernia. The Very Reverend Monsignor Morvesi, Vicar General and Rector of Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. Guest speaker, Ms. Joan Andrea Hutchinson, Communications PR Specialist and Public Speaking Coach. I hope I can do justice, that you will, get to look good after. our education officer, our beloved Dr. Shamara Brissett, our chairman, well, she spoke volume a while ago, Ms. Dorrit Chambers, chairman of our Board of Management, our principal, Ms. Kean Wine, our vice principals, Mrs. Carolyn Hume and Ms. Kerry-Ann Brown, past principals, vice principals, visiting principals, and vice principals, member of staff, commencement body, parents, family, well-wishers, and our specially invited guests, I greet you. This year, we embarked on a theme, Triumph Amidst the Odds, and believe me, it was an appropriate theme. None of this we see here today would have been possible without you, the hardworking parents. Yes, being and forming a part of this noble institution that our daughters have been a part of for the past 5 years. I wish to greet all the levels of staff associated with this noble institution and to thank you for your support and the responses to our needs as parents. For us as parents, we take note of the questions, concerns, suggestions that you would have made and will use them as a guide to continue to serve the needs of those that you, our graduates, have left behind. It is through constructive criticism that we will improve the product of a rounded education that we see for our young ladies. We are truly prepared for the challenges that we face as you would have known. I want to leave you all with this thought. In 100 years from now, in 2124, we will all be dead and buried. That's our reality. Our descendants will hardly remember us. And I want to ask the question of you. How many of you know the names of your great-great-great-grandfather?
Come on, that's too much great.
None.
Oh, I'm do that.
After our death, we will be remembered, but for a few years. And that's going to be by the persons who are close to us and the persons who love us the most. But when you would have gained the wisdom to analyze all these questions that I've posed, then you will understand the true essence of life. That we will understand how ignorant and we would have then had as our dreams and our ambitions, but not gain the true wisdom of who we are.
Categories of staff. For past students, or sponsors, or donors, or friends, the village that continues to support Mount Alvernia High School. The school that is rated exceptionally high according to the National Education Inspectorate. Did you hear me? Exceptionally high. As an education officer for this noble institution, I am excited. I am on fire. And you know what? Your future is bright. Ladies and gentlemen, understand that the ministry has a mandate that our students, all 200 of you, it is our intention that you will be a part of the sixth form pathway program. Parents, we don't want our ladies to be left at home sitting and wondering what's the next step. The next step, as the chairman suggested, is for you to be a part of the sixth form pathway program. Come and visit us at Alice Eldenmeyer Drive and ask for Mrs. Avril Campbell Road, myself, Mr. Riley, or anyone there. So we want all of you to understand that your future has started, but there are other steps for you to take. Understood? Clear as crystal or clear as mud? Clear as crystal. Repeat with me. Heights by great men. Reach and kept. Were not attained by sudden flight. What happened? Tell me the story. What were they doing? Promise us that we will continue to toil upwards through the night. Remember that you are amazing. Say, I am amazing, students. I am resilient. I am great. I am a mover and shaker. I am the best. With heartfelt love and wishes from the Ministry of Education and Youth. Congratulations, class of 2024.
So happy to be here. Master of Ceremonies, Jacqueline Nicholson, entrepreneur and past student. The very Reverend Monsignor Armando Muvesi, Vicar General and Rector of Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. Guest speaker, Ms. Joan Andrea Hutchinson, communication, PR specialist and public speaking coach. Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Region 4, Dr. Shamara Brissett. Ms. Dorothy Chambers, Chairman of the Board of Management and other members of the Board of Management. Principal, Mrs. Keon Wine. Vice Principals, Mrs. Carolyn Hume and Ms. Carrie Ann Brown. Past Principals and Vice Principals, members of staff, commencement body, parents, family, well-wishers, and guests. Every great society is built on a foundation supported by education, especially now the progress made in the modern world is driven by schools such as ours. Mount Alvernia's contribution to our society and many others globally is unparalleled. The graduating class of 2024 is joining the great leaders that our institution has produced. Parents, guardians, graduates, teachers, well-wishers, good afternoon. I extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Mount Alvernia High School Alumni Association local chapter. It feels like yesterday when I was wearing my white steel-toe pumps, cap and gown, a proud graduate of the class of 1985. My message today is to pay it forward, that even the smallest act of kindness can have a huge impact on people. This was a lesson I learned while I attended this stellar institution, to pass along a blessing. Many years has passed, and I still believe in passing my blessings on as I continue to serve and give back to my alma mater. Be a positive person, be genuine, be a positive example for others, and do it for the right reason. Our school will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2025. What a grand affair this will be. Your support will be appreciated for the planned activities which will be announced shortly. My fellow Alumni graduates, the ladies before you have paved the way and passed on the baton, and it is for you to pay it forward. I will end by saying a few words quoted by President Barack Obama. If you're only thinking about you, then your world is small. If you're thinking about others, then your world gets bigger. Ladies, let's continue to build this great institution called Mount Alvernia High School, the school on the hill. Give back and be a part of your school's alumni as you go forward. Ad aspera per aspera. Thank you.
Scarf and shawl and all of that. But you know what? It really brings back memories. I feel I'm just so elated. I'm just so happy. I'm the last of 7 kids from my parents, so you are all my baby sisters. But even so, even if I wasn't, but you are my baby sisters nonetheless. And I'm proud. And I'm so Court, you said something earlier about, I can't remember what I'm telling you, if I don't write these things down, it just goes away. But you said something about whichever year it is that we'll all be gone. Did he say something like that? That we'll all be dead? Did he say something like that, Reverend, you weren't listening? Or we may pass, would have passed and gone. He said something like that. But let me tell you something, Mr. Courtney. In 2 Kings 2 verse 11, it reads thus. As they were walking along and talking together, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared and separated the two of them. And Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind. I believe that's how I'm going to go. Straight up into heaven. That's it. And I'm sure I have some persons here who probably will be joining me. So Courtney, before you say things like that, I think you need to consult me. Because I think that, you said here, country, your grandfather, the living at the missionary, because my sister was in charity, she knows that you're not a poet, she didn't know. So I'm the one here distributing. So I'm really, I'm sorry I said this to you, Samuel, Mrs. Williams. I'm a missionary. I'm a missionary because I love people, I love to give. Even what I don't have, I give. I love to give. But you know what? We were listening to a lot of talking, so I wanted to change your position. Stand with me, my friends. Stand. Stand, everybody, stand. We don't have a keyboard player here, but we're just going to do a little song. Yeah, we're going to do a little song. I would ask for the choir, but it's okay. And I would ask you to hold hands, but since we don't have the musician, we're going to clap. This song done by a very great singer, Bill Withers. It's called Lean on Me. We all need somebody to lean on at some point in our lives. So we're just going to quickly, we're not going to take up much of your time. But we need to, as Reverend Pierre will say when he's in church, we need to change our position. We've been singing for a while. So after 3, we're going to just do this song together. So the music is our clap, right? So
Wait.
Alvernia, that September morning of 1973, is still my friend. That's 50 years plus. The girl I spoke to the very day I walked into Mount Alvernia High School, we are still friends. So friendship is, as a matter of fact, there are 4 of us, friendship for over 50, but she was the first one I spoke with. But there are 2 others, so the 4 of us are still friends. Over 50 years of friendship. Friendship is a very, very good thing. It's healthy. You have to be wise though. You have to be wise. But let me tell you something. Having a friend is a wonderful thing. And these memories, I daughter went to the sisters who did not live. And the sister I daughter, they got our mother. But there are friends that she had up there, they're still friends with. And then they go to the mother of our friends in the private September here in Jamaica. And she's in the middle and then after to the MC. You can imagine? So that's going to be another story. But I'm just explaining to you how friendship is. And ladies, please ensure, even if it's one person, maintain a relationship with your friend from high school. It's a wonderful thing. Amen. If you finish your high school choir, during your review, To be on the choir, please. Pardon? Up here? Look here. I am a movie star, you know. I can sing and all them things. And I never even joined the choir. My sister was a part of the choir. We was a year ahead of me, so I am so ashamed. Girls, encourage your sisters to join if they can. You see your darling, don't be like me. I was too busy troubling children. I didn't commit to that. And I'm very ashamed, and I'm before I'm taken up into heaven, I'm going to come Mrs. Hume and be a part of the choir for a little while. Right? But beautiful singing, ladies, beautiful singing. Okay, this is a very important time now in our ceremony here. We're going to have the principal report. But that fabulous looking Mrs. K.N. principal. Let's make her welcome as she comes. And right following Mrs. Hume's report, we have an item by the
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to adopt the protocol that was previously established. Good afternoon, class of 2024. Come and ask. Come and ask.
She's younger than I am, so she has to listen to me. Now, the principal came and she said, good afternoon, class. She did not say of 1978. She said, good afternoon, class of 2024. And I heard a little whisper. Mr. Photographer, did they leave the building, sir? The class of 2024. Can you come again, Mrs.? Come again right here. Say that again. Look how lovely you look. Come on now. Yes.
Miss VP Brown is able to get them in a mood.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Well, can you get them in the mood?
Right.
What do you do?
So we've got guests, distinguished guests, visitors all over. Come, Miss Brown. They're going to do it?
You're ready?
You're ready?
Yeah,
all right. Please lead, Miss Brown. All right, please don't embarrass me, class of 2024, Mount Alvernia High School. How are you feeling? So I consulted. Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Today marks a significant milestone in our school's history as we send off class of 2024 to further education. Indeed, we begin by giving glory and honor to God, whose grace has made this day possible. Recognizing time constraints and the travel distances for some of our guests, I'll keep my remarks brief yet meaningful. This report aims to showcase Mount Alvernia's accomplishments during the current school year, and despite encountering challenges, the institution
excel. Our student body currently comprises approximately 1,400 young women from diverse backgrounds. They reflect the school's outstanding reputation in the West. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Region 4 Ministry of Education and Youth, led by Dr. Michelle Keynote. I must convey similarly to the School Board of Governors for their unwavering support. I also wish to express my deep appreciation to Mrs. Carolyn Yu, who served as principal during my 8-month-long vacation leave, as well as Ms. Karen Brown and Mrs. Denise Mahoney Petty. To the academic and support staff who held reins during the period, your dedication and commitment have been truly commendable. At Mount Alvernia High School, let me say at Alvi, we are a family that looks to God for guidance and support. Together, we continue to celebrate more than we cry. Instead, we look to find joy and strength in our shared faith and school community. Thank you all for being a part of this journey and for your continued prayers. As leader of this noble institution, I'm just bursting with enthusiasm to share some of the highlights of our achievements during the academic year, this academic year of excellence. Nationally, our academic performance continues to excel, boasting an impressive 94% pass rate for CSEC and a remarkable 99% pass rate for CAPE. Our students constantly gain recognition on the CXC National and Regional Awards list with placements within the top 10 of some subject areas. In the first term of the school year, approximately half of the student population from grades 8 to 13 were honored for their academic excellence at our annual prize-giving ceremony. But also revel in the abundance of extracurricular activities. You just saw the music, you heard them singing. During this academic year, the Alvi debaters emerged victorious in the Regional J debate competition. As a result of their outstanding achievement, the captain of the debate team had the esteemed privilege of paying a courtesy call to the most honorable and Your Holiness Prime Minister of Jamaica and His Excellency, the most honorable Sir Patrick Allen, Governor General of Jamaica. Our school challenge quiz team do their best, and they continue to exhibit resilience and fortitude. One day, we will win the TPJ School Challenge quiz competition. One day. In the Math Olympiad 2023 to 2024 academic year, 4 of our students, junior and senior, continue to validate strong performances and sportsmanship. We proudly secured first place in the under-14 tennis Jamaica All-Island School Championship. Our lawn tennis team participated in the prestigious Best of the Best competition, garnering the attention and the investment of an American tennis player who has already donated over $1.5 million to the team's enrichment. Our swim team achieved an impressive 8th place out of 14 schools in women's category with 7 swimmers representing the school, and we saw where our high point scorers performed well. In track and field, our students showcased incredible talent and purpose, securing a place in the top 20 ISA Girls and Boys Championship. This is a commendable achievement, reflecting the hard work and perseverance of our athletes. Our basketball team, outstanding skill and teamwork, placing 4th in the ISA National Basketball Competition is indeed grand. Volleyball has resumed in its full glory, and our team's enthusiasm and commitment have brought renewed energy to the sports at Alve. We're also immensely proud of our students who excelled in the Kiwanis Club of Providence and the Iselin Wallace Cancer Foundation walk runs, with over 5 of our students securing top positions on these occasions. Their participation and success in these events underscore their dedication to both fitness and community service. They came in like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, they were really, really good. In football, our students continue to achieve extraordinarily. Our talented athletes have made it to the under 15 and the under 17 national teams, showcasing their excellent skills on the brawler stage. They are bound to represent their country. Notably related to higher education in the US, taking their talents to new heights and making us incredibly pleased. These achievements are testament to the hard work, dedication, and spirit of our students, staff, and the entire Mount Alvernia High School community. Indeed, this significant accomplishment highlights the enthusiasm and passion of our players and coaches. This year, we had the honor of participating in the prestigious Penn Relays in the US, and for the 2nd consecutive year. This demonstrates the growing excellence of our athletic programs. Our participation last year has led to a notable achievement, which includes 2 full-ride scholarships to 2 top universities in the US. We are doing great as an institution. However, in order to maintain and build on these successes, we need additional funds. If development fees are paid, we will be in a better position to do so much more for the learning community. Right, parents? We earnestly encourage all alumni to remain connected and support our ongoing journey. That means you too, class of 2024. When you start earning, I look forward. Your younger sisters look forward too. We insist participation in extracurricular activities is essential for the personal development of any young person. Our quiz team, debating team, and various clubs and societies continue to excel and engage with the community, reflecting the vibrant spirit of Alve. Sincere thanks to all the coaches and club advisors who dedicate their time and effort to these endeavors. Thank you. Our ongoing partnership with Cornwall College and Monsignor Gladstone Wilson High School has been extremely beneficial. Last year, we celebrated a joint 6th form graduation ceremony, and we're proud to continue this tradition on the 3rd of July at the Roman Catholic Blessed Sacrament Cathedral on the school grounds. significant advancement in our school infrastructure have been made possible by the generous support of the USAI solid solar energy plant powering the entire school. Additionally, our newly referred facilities are proof of our commitment to providing a top-tier educational environment. Therefore, I am proudly reporting that we are now eagerly anticipating the additional new block of classrooms courtesy of these international donors. A special thank you to Mrs. Yu and her team for their exceptional leadership in these projects. In closing, let me just add, the headways, holistically, we're not just a school, we're a rounded outfit that equips our students academically, spiritually, and in a multitude of extracurricular activities. New age learners, new age teachers. This commitment to excellence ensures that our commencement body of students are not only prepared for the academic success, but also for life. Life of purpose and service. As we continue to endeavor for greatness, Alvi will undoubtedly continue to produce individuals who excel in every facet of life, embodying the values of integrity, compassion, and resilience. Thank you for being a part of the journey towards shaping future leaders and change makers. To my dear parents, as your daughters stand on the brink of a new chapter, I'm reminded of the words of Saint Catherine. And I quote, be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire. This powerful message encourages your daughters to embrace their unique gifts and purpose. I urge you, parents, to continue supporting them in staying true to themselves and the values instilled in them at Alvi. With faith, perseverance, and dedication, they will brighten the path to their future. Congratulations, class of 2024. God bless you abundantly as you go forth to make your mark in this exciting and colorful world. I thank you.
I don't know if you're hungry. Listen to me now. You see, fasting is a very important part of our worship. So it's fasting time now. Sometimes we have to forget about food. So now, after 3, we're going to clap like we're going to eat the biggest breakfast this morning. After 3, you're going to give the biggest applause, and that includes parents. So 1, 2, 3, let's go! Give us a cheer! Give us a cheer! Cheer and look here, I love this to see. I tell you, I cried when I realized it was my last day. I cried and I said, I don't love this here anymore. Look here, love school, love little school. I asked how many students are graduating. Also 200? 200? Yes? Well, I count $201, so I want one. I don't have any. In my time, they didn't have these wonderful things. So please, if you could just, Gabby, I'm sorry you're not getting it. Please reserve it for me, my dear. Yes, $1 for me, Jackie. Don't clap me because you get it, Gabby. All right. Parents, are you all doing good down there? I didn't hear you so clearly. I'm not really hungry. We have snacks for them, Miss Chambers. We have snacks for the parents after this. They'll be fine. All right, don't worry. Just keep praying. Just keep praying. The Lord will hold you up. All right. Then we're going down and we're now going to ask Sweet Occasionally Henry. Oh, is it dance now? The homie didn't come up here. Is it dance first? Dancers, are you ready? Oh yes, see there. Come and talk about the dolly. Let's skip the dance. Dancers, are you ready? All right, they're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the dancers. All right, and right after, occasionally we'll come with the introduction of the guest speaker, Joan Andrea. I was so excited when I saw your name. I believe she went to the sister school. So there's no coincidence why she's here
in lonely people in crowded rooms, covering the old heartbreaks with new tattoos. It's all about smoke screens and cigarettes, looking through low lights and silhouettes. The city's gonna break my
Master of Ceremonies, Jacqueline Nicholson, entrepreneur and past student. The Very Reverend Monsignor Ermoda Moore VC, Vicar General and Rector of Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. Guest speaker, Miss Joan Andrea Hutchinson. Education Officer, Ministry of Education Region 4, Dr. Shamara Brissett. Miss Dory Chamber, Chairman of the Board of Management and other members of the Board of Management. Principal, Mistress Kayon Wine. Vice Principal, Mistress Carolyn Yu and Mistress Carrie Brown. Past Principals and Vice Principals, Visiting Principals and Vice Principals, members of staff, commencement body, parents, family and well-wishers, guests, a pleasant good afternoon to you all. A pleasant good afternoon to you all. Thank you. It is a great honor to introduce our guest speaker, Miss Joan Andrea Hutchinson. Miss Hutchinson is a communication specialist, public speaking coach, behavior chance communication consultant, speechwriter, and motivational speaker. She is a graduate of the University of the West Indies. She had also completed several courses in broadcasting in Holland, the United States of America, South Korea, Benin, and Japan. Driven by a sense of social responsibility, she empowers people to maximize their potential and be their best selves. As a volunteer, she taught adult literacy to at-risk groups through Operation Restoration in Trenchtown, through a Citizen Security and Justice CSJP program, and at Mary's Child, a facility run by Missionaries for the Poor. She also managed an upskilling and employability program for survivors of gender-based violence and produced several HIV, anti-stigma, and discrimination campaigns for the Ministry of Health. In 1916, she shattered societal prejudice by hosting a television program where Nubian nuns, also known as Charlie Bums, which forced the Jamaican society to take a deep look at attitudes towards natural black hairstyles. On the global scene, Ms. Hutchinson served as communications and PR manager for an international network of non-governmental organizations based in Spain and Tunisia. Locally, she has held posts including Director of Communications at the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust. Her work in promoting Jamaican language and culture is well known in the diaspora, and she is frequently studied by students studying their Bachelors of Arts and International Academics. She conceptualized Miss Lou's last recording in Canada, Lord the Rhythm Suite, and was the director for the Bank of Jamaica's 60th anniversary documentary. Miss Hutchinson is a Justice of the Peace, a member of the Council of Institutes of Jamaica, and a recipient of the Language Ambassador Award from the City College of Birmingham and the Order of Distinction from the Government of Jamaica. Her most important roles are Woman of God, Parent, Good Citizen, and Brother and Sister's Keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to our illustrious guest speaker, Ms. Joan Andrea Hutchinson.
This is very triggering for me, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody come up here and talk them age and talk about when they graduated. I graduated in 1979. Do the math, I'm 61. And when I look at all of you here today, I am so triggered. I feel like when I was actually at my own graduation. So, Master of Ceremonies, Jackie Nicholson, my very good friend, the very Reverend Monsignor Ebimodo Uwabesi, Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Region 4, Dr. Shamara Brissett, Ms. Dorothy Chambers, Chairman of the Board of Management, and other members of the Board of Management, Principal, Mrs. Keon White, Vice Principals, Mrs. Carolyn Hume and Ms. Carrie-Ann Brown, past Principals, Vice Principals, Visiting Principals, and Vice Principals, members of staff, commencement body, parents, family, well-wishers, guests. What a good day to be alive. What an absolutely good day to be alive. Many people didn't make it into today. I look at all of you here graduating today and I'm filled with a sense of pride because I feel that this is what the future of my country looks like. This is the future of my country. These are women who are going to go on the world stage and contribute in many different countries and make your school and your country proud. In this room, we don't know. We have future scientists, doctors, entrepreneurs, educators, legal luminaries. We might have the future Prime Minister in this country. We might have the future Minister of Education in this country. We might have the future Principal of Mount Alvernia High right here in this cohort of graduating students, right? In fact, some of you will be successful in careers that have not yet been developed. Careers that you don't know about. Because when I was your age, there was a career, there was, somebody had a job as encyclopedia salesman. That was a big deal. Nowadays, we don't have encyclopedias again because you find your information online. But those were big jobs at that time. I want to say to you that you're living in an absolutely wonderful time. A time characterized by what we call a techno-dominant environment. You know how it is. You cannot live without your devices. Don't this true? Talk the truth. You cannot live without your devices. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is what? Before you pray, many of you. Yes, you turn over, you check your phone, right? Because you're so glued to your devices. I grew up in a time where if you wanted to talk with somebody in another country, you had to send a letter, write a letter by hand, and then you had to go to the post office, drop it off, send it off, wait a couple weeks for the person to respond if they felt like there was no instant response. You didn't know what was going on in another country. There was no way you could get the response instantly. But I say to you, you are living in this wonderful age. Use technology for good. Technology is down to the Bible. Can be used for good or for evil. You can take the Bible and let somebody in the head. That is using it for evil. Technology is something that you can use for good and you can use for evil. But let me tell you something. You are living in a time where success is easier than it was when we were born. Success is right there at your fingertips. But is it easy? Sometimes you may look at me and you think, boy, her life easy, she's a big motivational speaker, and she's a big this and that. You look at your principal, you look at your education officer, but you don't know the odds that we have faced in order to be successful. Bujibatan said it best, it's not an easy road. Some people see the glamour, the glitter, and they think it's a bed of roses. But guess what? We are Jamaican ladies, and part of that means we know how to take hot water, put pot on fire, as Miss Lou say, and make things happen. There are going to be days when you come to school and there was no lunch money. There are going to be days when you can't do homework because light lock off. But amidst the odds, we work towards always triumphing. Ladies, I want you to work towards that. There's a Jamaican proverb that says, your tongue pan crooked and cut straight. You with me, know it? You ever hear it yet? Tongue pan crooked and cut straight. I can break it down for you. Crooked, meaning a situation that is not going well, okay? But when the crooked is happening, do you stay in the crooked and say, Lord, light lock off today, the parents can't afford to do this, can't afford to do that, boy, my life turned down? Or do you use that as an opportunity to cut straight? So in the days when there's no lunch money, you drink some water, you buy some tang, and you put in a little bottle and shake it up, you get your blood sugar up, you still go and you do your lessons. When I was going to school, there are two girls I know whose mother actually committed suicide in May, right before exams. Now, what bigger odds can you have against you? These were 2-star students. Now, if they had underperformed, everybody would have understood and said, boy, you know, it's bad for them, and boy, they don't. But somebody said to them, look, in 5 years when you don't have your certification, you cannot take up your valedictory certificate and show everybody and say, I can't get into college, I can't get a job because I don't have any certification. So amidst those odds, what they did was to suspend the grief, go through their exams, do well in their exams, and do it in their mother's honor. So what I'm saying is that sometimes you triumph amidst your grief. In 2018, in 10 weeks, I lost my mother, my father, and my younger sister. Mother, father, and younger sister in 10 weeks. When I buried my father, I buried him on a Friday, buried my sister on a Saturday, and then my mother died 3 weeks after that. What greater odds can one have? But you have to triumph. And part of the formula, ladies, for triumphing against the odds is to learn a little thing called compartmentalization. Work with me. What is a compartment? Anybody? What is a compartment? Okay, somebody say a little box. Okay, fine. I want all of you, as you're going forward in life, to learn the concept of compartmentalization. Your parents learned it. Your teachers learned it. You see teachers come to school sometimes and, you know, they have to get up there and teaching you. You don't know if teacher like building cut off last night, like it cut off. You don't know if teacher had a problem with her child or his child or partner or whatever. You don't know if teacher's having a problem. But what they do, they compartmentalize whatever is going on. And you don't always know what is going on in their lives. And so I say always to people, in this life, when you can be anything else, be kind. Because you don't know what the next person is going through. When I was going through my 3 deaths in 10 weeks, I still had to get up and do motivation. When my mother died on the Wednesday, I had a major presentation on the Friday. Could I say to the people, I'm not going to do it? You go and you have to do, you do what you have to do. But the biggest weapon you have in all of this, no matter how many qualifications you have, is a thing known as prayer. A thing known as prayer. When you don't know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, you pray. Jamaican country people used to say, Lord, take the case and give me the pillow. Lord, so when you don't know what to do and you're stuck, right? You're in an exam where you really should have prepared, but you didn't prepare enough. Stop 22 seconds in the exam and pray. Say, God, just give me a clear head. God, I'm nervous. Take the nervousness away from me so that I can focus and get this thing done. If I'm driving my car and I back up and almost link somebody's car and I realize that I never linked somebody's car, you know what I do? I stop and I pray. I say, God, I thank you that I never linked the people in the car. Prayer is not something that you do on a Sunday morning and a Saturday morning only. You pray right through the day, right through every day, through every aspect of your life you pray. When you're leaving here, you pray that you get home safely. Tomorrow morning you get up, you pray a prayer of thanksgiving that you're up again. Let your life, let yourself be the kind of ladies coming out of Mount Alvernia that you see when you get up a morning time and Satan hear for your footprint on the ground. He said, she get up again. She up again. Because he knows single day of his destabilize whatever he planned to come in on that day. Because you are ladies of Mount Alvernia. You are achievers, you are overachievers. Despite the odds, you are going to be successful. Now, success not always easy. When you look at somebody like Usain Bolt, and Usain Bolt runs his fastest time, 9.58. 9.58 seconds. You see how many years of training and planning? How many years of no feel to get up and train because he put a hurt him? You see how many years of training? And what is the success? 9.58. So what I'm saying is success is not going to come overnight. And there are going to be times when you feel like giving up. When you feel like you're giving up, when you feel like you want to give up, you pray. Don't be afraid. Listen, no matter how many academic qualifications you have, all of us go through little moments of, I can't bother today, I'm trying to feel up to it. Make sure that you take care, guard your mental health, your emotional health. Make sure you have someone to talk to. If it's even a friend who you know say you can call 2 o'clock in the morning and bawl because you're feeling distressed. Keep close with your parents, your mothers, your fathers. And again, I heard the MC bigging up the fathers. And gentlemen in the room, you're your daughter's first love. You're the ones who teach them what to expect in life when they get to the point of having serious relationships. Even if you're not there physically in the same house with them, even if you don't have the level of financial commitment, be in your daughter's lives, every single one of you. Even if you don't have the money, be in your daughter's lives. You are important. I spoke to a man who is 65 years old and he's going through all kinds of emotional things. And I said, you know, I'm very proud of you, you're a top lawyer. What drives you? What makes you so successful? And he said, you know, because my father thought that I would never come out to anything and I wanted to do this despite him. I wanted to be successful despite him. Hello? He's still carrying all of that at 65. So I want to say to all of you, validate your children, pour into them. People tell me all the time, you think you're nice. And I say, think. Think. It's not think, it's no. And there's no arrogance in that, you know. There's no arrogance. But I ask all of you to do what I do. When you get up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, back up. Look at yourself on the chest and say, yes, I mean it's nice. I want all of you sitting there, lift your chest and say, I mean it's nice. That's what you do. So, in other words, you don't need other people to validate you and tell you that you're nice. Because sometimes that validation comes with all kinds of conditions. So you have got to feel good about this person that's standing and staring at you in the mirror. Jamaican proverb again, you can't take a next man finger, show God. In other words, you have to be responsible for yourself. Every tongue have this down on its own bottom. You can't tell God, say, well, because Jackie did teeth pencil, you got teeth pencil too. No, you have to be responsible for yourself. Realize how much your parents have poured into you. Listen, when you talk about the triumph that you are now feeling, you are feeling a sense of being triumphant and being successful. Sometimes I don't think you understand how much has gone into you being here. Even if you don't know it, there are days that your mother or your father never have lunch money, but they make sure say you have lunch money for us home. There are days that your mother and father, you know, your mother probably feels sick and want a doctor, but you know that your school fee have to pay, or your exam fees have to pay, and you take 2 Panadol or 4 going to the doctor to make sure that you are okay. So I want all of you now just to say thank you to your parents. Just say thank you. When I talk about every talk, I sit up on its own bottom. And you know, my mother always talk to me and say she don't know why me don't walk up and down and talk my age, but that's alright, I'm not ashamed, I'm proud of it. At 61 years old, I have never consumed alcohol. Never. I don't know what a glass of wine tastes like, I don't know what a Smirnoff Ice, I don't know what a sherry, I don't know. And so it's a big thing, for example, if I eat a slice of Christmas cake, I cannot drive my own car. I have lots of friends around me who drink. I have lots of friends around me who smoke. The point I'm trying to say to you is that you have got to be responsible for this person. You can have friends around you who drink. It doesn't mean you have to, because you have got to be so centered that you know exactly what you want. No. It is true that sometimes people get lucky, but most of the time the success comes through hard work. A product of Montego Bay, Theodore Whitmore, he was the former National Reggae Boys coach. And I remember working with him at some point, and he was explaining to me that in his days when he was a national football player, he was injured. And in order to play every match, he had to get 3 injections before every match. You see him out there playing and you say, yeah, tap on what? You don't know that he's in pain. You don't know. So what I'm saying is, sometimes you see people out there triumphant and successful. You don't know the odds that they've had to go through. So this is why I say, when you can, make sure that you're can. Now, you're learning at this point. Don't feel original, because ladies, trust me, you're not reaching nowhere yet. You're just beginning. My graduation song was with Only Just Begun, and it's by the Carpenters. You've only just begun. When you get a driver's license, you will understand that you really learn to drive when you start driving on the road, not when you get the piece of driver's license. It's just the beginning for you. Every opportunity that you can get to learn something, because you don't know how it's going to play out in life. When I was going to high school, I took my languages very seriously, and my heart full to the brim when I see the young people them this morning reading in Spanish and French. Heart full to the brim, because I myself am a linguist. When I was going to high school and I had a Spanish pen pal, we don't know me pen pal, but we did have something in pen pal. I had a pen pal in Cuba. I used to write to her in Spanish and she used to write to me in English. And when she would write to me in English, sometimes I'd hear laughing at her bad English and kiki, until one day my mother said, can you imagine how she and her mother are kiki over your Spanish too? I said, okay then, right. But I took Spanish very seriously. Went to university, I studied Spanish. Went to university and, went to school in Mexico for a point. I would not have known that I would end up at age 28 living in Spain. When I did Girl Guides at St. Andrew High School, the Girl Guide leader was telling us, oh, if you're in the Sahara Desert and you need to cook food, you dig a hole in the sand and you put the coat. And I'm like, what are we learning this for? I would not have known that at age 30 I would have been living in Tunisia on the edge of the Sahara Desert. And those same lessons I learned at 14 and 15 in Girl Guides, I was now relying on those lessons. So knowledge is not something that you can waste. Every opportunity you get for learning. Last thing I'm going to say to you, soft skills. Let me tell you something. No matter how many CSEC can came, no matter how many university degrees you have, etc. A little thing like manners, a little thing like politeness, those things are you don't understand. You have 10 CSEC, 10 business teacher, and you have a friend who has 6 CSEC and a business teacher. You don't understand you apply for the same job. And the person is hiring. What would you answer? Because perhaps the potential employer has gone to social media and has gone through your social media profiles and not successful. What is the person's organization? So I use the opportunity to say to all of you ladies, no, sanitize your social media profiles now. Whenever you apply for a job, trust me, the first thing the potential employer does is run your social media to look at your recruits. Even things you choose to like. If somebody does something or somebody becomes something on social media and you choose to like it, what does that say about you? Potential employers are looking at these things, so you need to pay attention to those things. I want to close by saying, I know this is the majority of the right? There's a little part that says, down to copy. What kind of a process? Anybody ever hear that one? Well, they don't work with the process. Donkey copy, run past donkey, what kind of a crossroads working. The donkey copy is the baby donkey or the big donkey? The donkey copy is the baby donkey. So very often you have students who have finished, they have their 10 CSEC and their much cape and they have their university degrees, and they come into your office, they're the baby donkey, they're the copy. They come into your organizations and, oh, I have all these qualifications, and they step past the big donkey there. Because they think they're very qualified, yeah? And they step past the big donkey. But when it gets to a crossroads or a problem in the road, they stand up. because they don't have the benefit of experience to make the right decisions. I'll give you one example quickly. I have dogs. I had a puppy once who couldn't walk. The hind legs were just not developed. Couldn't walk. Took the puppy to the vet. And the little man who cleans the kennels in torn and dirty clothing, he cleans the kennels. But he has been there for years. And he says, no miss, the dog don't need no surgery. The dog was apparently in an environment where the floor was slippery. And so he hasn't had a chance to develop the muscles in the back legs. And so the back legs are weak. He says, lady, carry on the dog and put the dog on a big towel, a rough towel. In a week, the dog was walking. To say that you're going to look down on people who don't have a lot to go. I leave by reminding you to take care of yourselves, take care of your parents, take care of your teachers, because life, all of us, life is like this. We start out, it's strong, and we go, and we peak, and then we start going back down. You see your grandparents and older relatives, and you see them. So as much as you are young and strong, there will come a time when you get old and feeble too. So the people around you who are older and working to take care of them, learn from them as much as you can. The brightest light, people who live the brightest light, no matter how bright it is, cannot shine unless it is connected to a source of light. Make sure that God a fuel source. Make sure that you're connected. Make sure that your light bulb screw in at all times. And when you don't know what to do, just say, God, help me. I'm proud of you. Go forward, make your school proud, make your community proud, make your parents proud, make Jamaica proud. God bless you.
Master of Ceremonies, distinguished guests, good afternoon. On behalf of the commencement class of 2024, I want to say a big thank you, Ms. Hutchinson, for being with us today. Your speech was truly inspiring, and hearing about your journey and experiences has truly motivated us all. Your words have given us the courage to face our futures with hope and determination. Your story shows us that even when things are tough, we can overcome challenges with not just perseverance and hard work, but with having a strong relationship with God. It's a powerful reminder that we too can achieve great things no matter what. Share your wisdom with us. It means a lot to know that someone as accomplished as you believes in us and our potential. Once again, Ms. Hutchinson, thank you for being here and for inspiring the young ladies of Mount Alvernia High class of 2024. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Joan, thank take a different path. Work with them. So if you want them to be a doctor and that's really not what they want, have a discussion and work it out. Because it's really important. I've known of a few cases where, this is real. There's a particular young lady who I spoke to recently. Parents wanted her to be a lawyer. So she went and she got the law degree. She handed it to the parents and said, no, I'm off to do what I want to do. You understand me? So we really have to be mindful. I made a comment about not having alcohol up to this present age of 61. I can't say the same for myself. I'm not a drunkard, but my drinking this thing, and he said, make a drink for that. And to be truthful, I used to taste it. When I was even in single digits, and when I think about it, I have to ask the Lord to forgive me, because you are kids, and so that's how I acquired the taste for alcohol. But I've never been drunk, but I have a little swirl of ice now and then, Miss June, a little wine. I prefer the red wine now. The white wine crawl upon me, drop asleep, so I don't want to do that. So I do the red wine. They say red wine is good for you, like dark chocolate. So a little spirit is, not bad. I will go out with you one day and we'll have a little sip. So I will introduce you. You understand? All right, let's move on. Enough said, Jacqueline. So, we are now, I'm going to invite some teachers now to do the presentation of diplomas and certificate. Teachers, are you ready? The one who never call me down the road, we're talking. Please applaud the teachers as they come at this time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be asking the parents to stay put. We have the professional photographers who will be taking the pictures at this time. So we're going to ask kindly that you do not impede these personnel. Also, we're asking parents to desist from encouraging our ladies to go on the outside for picture taking. There will be sufficient time afterwards for that. So please, parents, please allow us to go through as was planned. At this time, we will be inviting Dr. Shamara Brissett and Ms. Chambers to assist us with giving out our diplomas and certificates.
At this time, we will invite the ladies of 11 Alumni to collect their diplomas. We will start 11 Alumni with Miss Diona Barnaby receiving a Diploma Gold.
Continuing with 11 Alumni, we have Patricia Barnaby also receiving a Diploma Gold.
Miss Danielle Blackwood, Diploma Gold.
Receiving an award for Diploma Gold, we also have Miss Mishka Bowen.
Nayla Campbell, Diploma Gold.
Sharika Clark, Diploma Silver.
Brianna Powell, Diploma Gold.
Miss Amelia Daly, Diploma Gold. Miss Amelia Dehaney, Diploma Silver. Kenisha Dinham, Diploma Gold. Amoy Donaldson, Diploma Gold. Tristan Taylor, Diploma Gold. Akila Ellis, Diploma Silver. Shania Erskine, Diploma Gold. Giselle Gordon, Diploma Gold. Brianna Green, also a Diploma Gold. Sanasha Green, also Diploma Gold. Annalise Hansen, Diploma Silver. Britannia Hale, Diploma Gold. Pajan Hale, Diploma Gold. Tajani Henry, Diploma Gold. Shabani Mones, Diploma Gold. Zoe Hume, Diploma Gold. Also a Diploma Gold for Kalani Kirkland. Amari Linton, Diploma Gold. Nia Matthews, Diploma Gold. Dacian McFarlane, Diploma Gold. Anna Laura Miller, Diploma Gold. Haley Morgan, Diploma Gold. Shamoy Mott, Diploma Gold. Lacian Monroe, Diploma Gold. Continuing with 11 Alapo, Kayla Ramsey, Diploma Gold. Shiva Roberts, Diploma Gold. Gracian Rodney, Diploma Gold. Swan Russell, Diploma Gold. Simone Smith, Diploma Gold. Bethany Spencer, Diploma Gold. Miss Adriana Taylor, Diploma Gold. Natovia Thompson, Diploma Gold. Karen Todd, Diploma Gold. Adriana Walcott, Diploma Gold. Kayana Williams. And closing out the round of awards for grade 11 Alapo, we have Bijan Wright, Diploma Gold.
The following are students from 11 Salute. Derica Beckford.
Avanel Gordon, Diploma Silver.
Jolante Green, Diploma Silver.
Kalia Horton, Diploma Silver.
Amicia Johnson.
Shakina Jones.
Brittany Kamika, Diploma Silver.
Cornelia Kelly, Diploma Silver.
Anushka Khatri, Diploma Silver.
Shamika Matthews, Diploma Silver.
Amelia McFarlane.
Robin Palmer.
Tiana Pinnock.
Ashley J. Gould.
Diploma Silver. Kyra Simpson.
Shanika Simpson.
Jade Stennett.
Akelia Stevenson.
Carissa Thomas, Diploma Silver.
Cyril Thompson.
Michaela Webb, Diploma Silver.
Thank you so much to Dr. Brissett and Ms. Chambers. At this time, we will invite Mr. Hume and Reverend Lindo. Deacon Powell, thank you.
At this time, we have the students of the 11th CFA.
Brianna Barrett, Diploma Silver. Diploma Silver. Diploma Silver.
Rodina White, Diploma Silver.
Ariana Willie, Diploma Silver.
And to close out 11th year fame, we have Samalisa Winton.
This time we'll be presenting certificates to the students of 11 Alumni.
Diploma Silver.
Tyra Bowen, Diploma Silver.
Miss Abigail Campbell, also receiving Diploma Silver. Tasane Cummings.
Alicia Dormer, Diploma Silver.
Ajani Duncan.
Jamelia Dassar.
Ariana Forrester, Diploma Silver.
Tamery Hall.
Elena Holton.
Akela Carr.
Shanil Lawrence.
Elise Lee.
Daniela Lewis.
Sienna Lightbot. Gabriel Morgan.
So Yang Nai Chong Tong.
Brianna Reed.
Imani Samuel.
Tasia Small.
Jamara Thompson.
Shamoy Thompson, Diploma Silver.
Vidita Vidal, Diploma Silver.
Savannah Vernon.
Diploma Silver. Shaquana Williams.
And Shakira Wilson.
All right, we now have the best class ever elected. We then have Kelia Estine, Diploma Gold. She's followed by Daniel Diamond Finkletter, Diploma Silver. Following Miss Finkletter, we have Rashona Grant with the Diploma Gold. Shamika Guthrie, Diploma Silver. Amali Hall with Diploma Silver. Athalia Harwood, Diploma Silver. Following Miss Harwood, we have Shanil Hales with Brianna Innes, Diploma Silver. We have Miss Jade James with Diploma Silver. She's followed by Kristen Johnson, Diploma Silver. Following Kristen, we have Valtian Lewis, Diploma Silver. Cassandra Lowe, Diploma Silver.
Please pardon this interruption. We're going to be asking parents to please comply to our requests at the start of this segment. Please do not ask our ladies to come out of their seats at this time. Ladies, you are expected to do as was asked of you as well. Thank you.
All right. We then have Annie McIntyre with the Diploma Gold. She's followed by Janella Mackenzie, Diploma Silver. Following Miss Mackenzie, we have Ayana Mulgrave with Diploma Gold. Brianna Mullins, Diploma Silver. charts, we have Donna K. Robinson with
Nika Silvera, Diploma Gold.
We then have Miss Daviana Small with Diploma Silver. Following Daviana, we have Sakshi Sawani with Diploma Gold.
Trishelle Warren, Diploma Silver.
Gabriel Ware, Diploma Silver.
Kiana White.
Following Miss White, we have Alexia Williams with Diploma Silver.
Logan Ray Williams, Diploma Silver.
Following Logan Ray, we have Anisha Wilson with Diploma Silver.
Miss Wilson is followed by Rochelle Ray, Diploma Silver.
Following Miss Ray, we have Kylie Young with Diploma Silver. And to end 11 Harris, we end with Louisa with Diploma Gold.
We want to thank Deacon Powell and Mr. Hugh for assisting us with the giving out of our diplomas and certificates. Please note that Diploma Gold are the ladies who would have earned a gold star with averages of 80 to 100 during their tenure at Mount Alvernia High School. Diploma Silver are those ladies who would have earned 70 to 79 during their tenure. We thank the teachers for assisting with the presentation. Thank you.
Lord, Pierce, you have to stand and applaud your children, man, in the heart. You must be I have a few parents to give detention, you know, but they were blocking. But I took the pictures, I'll talk to you afterwards. I'm not calling the police though, because I know with the excitement you got carried away. And I understand, but you know, you have to be mindful. But I know with the excitement you got carried away. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. All right, I'm now going to invite our valedictory to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the podium with her valedictory speech, Mishka Boy. And following our valedictorian, all right, and following our valedictorian, we have a commencement song and pledge. Mishka, let's give it up for Mishka.
Have you ever held a seed in your palm? A tiny, unassuming speck that seems to hold no promise. Yet, within that shell lies a magnificent potential, waiting for the right conditions to burst into vibrant life. We, the graduating class, were once much like those seeds. We arrived here full of potential, but unsure what shape our growth would take. Master of Ceremonies, Jacqueline Nicholson, entrepreneur and past student. The Very Reverend Monsignor Eremodo Marbisi, Vicar General and Rector of Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. Guest speaker, Ms. Joan Andrea Hutchinson, Communication, PR Specialist and Public Speaking Coach. and Ms. Carrie-Ann Brown, past principals and vice principals, visiting principals and vice principals, members of staff, commencement body, parents, family, and well-wishers, guests, good afternoon. It is my distinct pleasure to stand before you today. As valedictorian, I have the honor of representing the graduating class of 2024, a class that has spent 5 incredible years blossoming within the walls of this noble institution, Mount Alvernia High School. These past years have been a testament to our passion and growth, and today we stand ready to share the fruits of that journey. Today, we become Mount Alvernia High graduates. The home of ladies is now also the home of tomorrow's doctors, lawyers, teachers, architects, engineers, musicians, and entrepreneurs. No matter how we ended up here, what is important now is that we are all here to celebrate our triumphs. Graduation is a time of reflecting on the past and looking forward to the future. It's a time when we as veterans, as we celebrate this milestone, I want to take a moment to acknowledge this incredible journey that has made us into the marvelous young women we are today. As I reminisce on our time here, I am reminded of the many moments that have defined our 5-year high school experience. Our journey began in grade 7 with a collection of nervous faces and clutching oversized backpacks. We were the first batch of PEP students, the guinea pigs, and all eyes were on us. We were like seedlings planted into the fertile ground, unsure of what would sprout from our anxieties and dreams. Yet, amidst the initial awkwardness, a bond began to form. We laughed together at lunchtime mishaps and cheered each other on at sporting events. Through these experiences, we blossomed from tentative seedlings into a vibrant garden, ready to take root in the world beyond the walls of Mount Alvernia High School. Furthermore, we met Mrs. Reynolds, our first head florist, whose attire echoed the garden she so carefully watered. Even though she was with our year group for a short while, her passion for discipline and excellence has left an indelible mark on us. After all, we didn't want to have to sing the national anthem or say the Lord's Prayer in front of the whole school. And we all wanted to make it on the famous honor roll we heard so much about in summer school. Unfortunately, our grade 7 face-to-face experience got cut short as Corona hit us in March 2020. When Mrs. Reynolds announced that we could go home for a while, the whole school erupted in happy ear-splitting screams. Little did we know that a few days would turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Like sprouts reaching towards the light, we were growing, but our growth was interrupted by the storm of the pandemic. Be honest, ladies, was the grade 8 a blur? It was stressful and uncharted ground for all of us. However, our gardeners continued to water us with motivation, persistence, and love. I remember the chit-chat sessions Mrs. Brown Bruce would have with us as a stress reliever. I always leave these meetings feeling empowered and ready to take on the world. I will never forget when Mrs. McKnight-Jones greeted us in our first class, causing everyone asleep behind their screens to suddenly wake up as the whole class erupted in laughter. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. I also remember that my Netflix and TikTok screen times were through the roof, and my fridge had never been so interesting. Who can remember those desperate pleas from our gardeners for just one person to answer their questions during online classes? And who remembers completing asynchronous work given to be done during class time at 8 p.m.? The stares that my neighbors gave me when they saw me doing PE and dance practicals outside still haunt me to this day. Additionally, it never failed to amaze me how JPS could be responsible for so many light outages across Westmoreland, St. James, and Trelawney for only my classmates at the exact same time. Let's not forget, flow ever give problem. wine. But after 2 years away, it felt like returning to a dormant garden. We, the returning students, were like perennials, our roots still anchored in this place. Yet, as I climbed the stairs of the grade 9 block, a sense of disorientation bloomed within me, like a flower struggling to recognize its surroundings after a long winter. I wondered what I'd missed about this once familiar place. Thankfully, with time, we all readjusted. We got to know our new head florist and her gardeners who nurtured and helped us flourish anew, seemingly untouched by the passage of time. As I closed my reflection on our lower school chapter, I could not forget the grade 9 Spanish end of year exam. The scene was reminiscent of a post-hurricane disaster, with students exiting the room looking utterly devastated and overwhelmed. Some of us started step up in grade 9 as well, and little did we know how stressful it would be when we got to grade 10. At the start of grade 10, we were Miss Palmer's biology class was a hothouse of knowledge, but also of nervous anticipation. Her infamous random name cards were like surprise fertilizer, causing a flurry of nervous energy as we prayed not to be called with unread textbook pages. Math with Mrs. Simpson felt like waiting for a delicate flower to bloom. A minute or two past the hour, whispers of her absence would ripple through the class, only to be quelled by the ever-optimistic student who declared, Mrs. Simpson is always at school. And just as hope for a free period blossomed, there she would be, walking through the door. In physics class, we were constantly reminded that common sense wasn't so common, and that Mr. Dehaney's neighbor still can't build the airplane. We heard this airplane story almost every class, but no one knew the answer to our question. Though some grounds met the story with each retelling, it served as a potent fertilizer for our understanding of the subject. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge the ladies from our batch who revamped the Miss Mount Alvernia pageant and our very ultrasound dove who played second. At the end of grade 10, those who are now doing subjects would have to choose between end of year and CMC, as both were at the same time period. Regardless of the struggles, we finally made it to grade 11 with Miss Palmer as our grade coordinator again. She loved us so much that she couldn't give us up. My fellow graduates, please repeat after 3. We love you, Miss Palmer. 1. In grade 11, we bloomed under the guidance of Mrs. Hume, our acting head florist under the theme. Under the theme, Triumph Amidst the Odds. Though the months were challenging, filled with metaphorical thorns and storms, Mrs. Hume nurtured our group. Her unwavering support created a safe space for us to overcome obstacles and blossom into our full potential, much like a mother guides her chicks. Before we delve into the vibrant garden that was our final year, I want to acknowledge the bees of our school, the students who buzz with activity in extracurriculars. From the intellectual pollinators of Quiz Club to the graceful dancers swaying in the breeze, the debaters and the student athletes. Each contributed their unique talents, like a variety of colorful flowers enriching the schoolyard. A special shout out goes to Annie McIntyre, who blossomed brightly in the junior mayor competition. Personally, I can remember how every time we had dance festival, it was a battle between teachers and Mrs. Peter, as she wanted us to be at practice, but the teachers didn't want us to miss their class. Mrs. Peter didn't play, however, as she was adamant to get us done by the dance room to practice for a festival. Grade 11 was a whirlwind of growth. Labs, SBA, practicals became our mantra, echoing through the halls as teachers reminded us, like diligent gardeners preparing for a harvest, that the time for evaluation was approaching. Foods class, especially the toss SBA, was a time for teamwork to blossom. Without Lacey and Donake's help, my chicken would have surely withered under the heat, never reaching its golden potential. Similarly, Amelia McFarlane's steady hand prevented numerous culinary mishaps, ensuring my fingers remained safe, a vital part of any gardener's toolkit. Additionally, during the election season, both Mrs. Simpson's and Mr. Watson's math classes got scolded because we were trying to look out the window to see what was going on. Funny enough, after both teachers closed the windows, they got up to watch for themselves. Literature class was a vibrant garden where Miss White, like a patient gardener, occasionally needed to raise her voice, Ramsey, to prevent a particularly enthusiastic flower, Kalia, from blooming prematurely. Whenever the topic turned to boys, her excitement threatened to overshadow the lesson. Much like a dazzling Christmas tree outshining the rest of the decorations. These field trips to Kingston for plays were especially fertile ground for budding romances, with some whose names shall remain unsaid, attempting to cultivate their own love stories. Finally, Mr. Thomas's English language class was a meticulous. He began every sentence with, "When I went to Calabar," a phrase that became as familiar as the scent of fresh returned soil. He was also a teacher in tune with the times, taking breaks to discuss the issues young people faced, allowing our flowers to bloom amidst the established traditions. While achieving a perfect square was near mythical feat, he would look out for every missed punctuation mark. Before we knew it, it was January, and the work wasn't getting any easier. I don't think there's any chemistry class from January forward where Brianna didn't cry and Haley laughed at her. I sometimes cried or laughed in disbelief, as it felt as if the class was trying to decrypt a code. Exam time was nearing, and most weekends and holidays we were at school. We even had to sleep at school for a study camp. I can't forget how food randomly started disappearing from the kitchen, or how we would stay up late to watch shows and run up and down in the halls. I think my house began to forget what I looked like, as somehow we were always at school, even doing up to 10 labs a week. Just when we thought we'd get a break after completing labs, there were Spanish orals. All of us who did Spanish were petrified because it's a foreign language, maybe except Sheba. As you have seen before, she breathes, walks, and talks Spanish. For some of the mock exams we did, especially physics, everyone came out laughing or crying, as some of the papers were too bad to be true. All in all, we pushed through, and we commemorated our grade 11 year with a transition ceremony on the 30th of April. And yes, some of us still hadn't started studying for CHC. If there is one thing that we have all learned, it is that procrastination can sometimes lead to the best all-nighters and surprisingly, some of our best work. If you saw a C-Sex student and they had hanging eye bags and their hair looks like a bird's nest, you couldn't blame them, as the pressure was getting more intense with each day. I would like to pause here to thank the Homeschool Association for the support given to us over the 5 years, especially for the significant role you played in making the study camp a success. I will never forget Mrs. Hume dragging me out of bed at 4 in the morning to go and study, or spraying me with her bottle when I fell asleep in the daylight classes. If you thought that was all, Miss Palmer was there banging on the door to send us to exercise. And Miss K. Brown was downstairs waiting for us, ready to watch us suffer. But just like a flower facing the challenges of rain, thunderstorms, and lightning, we persisted. Each trial was a test of our resilience, and each triumph was a ray of sunshine that helped us to grow. There were times we felt like we had been cut down and had to be replanted, but with determination, we strived and eventually began to bloom. Enough about sex, it's over. So finally we started combing our hair and the stress bumps went away. As soon as we stepped out of our last exam, I am sure we started to delete all the study groups and resources as we needed a space for TikTok and all the other social media platforms. We also started to book our hair and nail appointments for graduation. I could go on and talk about the 5 years of our high school experience, but we'd be here for days and would have to pay extra rent to the convention center. However, before I take my leave, I would like to thank God. Without his shoulder to cry on and a help to many of us when we thought we wouldn't make it. As 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18 says, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. I want to express thanks to our principal, our head florist, Mrs. Wan, who took charge during COVID-19 and ensured we never stopped moving. Secondly, I would like to just give a round of applause to all our teachers. You have not only imparted knowledge, but also ignited our curiosity and encouraged us to reach for the stars, especially when we thought that we would never make it. You went over concepts countless times until they clicked, no matter how many questions we had. You also endured our relentless begging for just 1% more on our grades, even if they didn't affect our overall subject average. I want to personally thank Ms. Kay Brown and Mrs. Mahoney Penny for the free AC. When many of us would run to their offices and cry, Miss, I can't bother. Furthermore, I would like to thank all the teachers who sacrificed their free time to have extra classes with us outside of school hours, and especially thank those who came to the study camp to help us. I also could not leave out the ancillary staff. Your dedication, hard work, and unwavering support are crucial to creating a safe, clean, and nurturing environment for students and staff. From maintaining our facilities to ensuring everything runs smoothly behind the scenes, your efforts do not go unnoticed. You play an essential role in the daily life of our school, and we deeply appreciate the vital contributions you make every day. In continuing my gratitude, I could not leave out our parents and guardians. Without my our parents and guardians heard us complain about the stresses of CHC, the teachers that upset us at times, and how we could not understand modes in chemistry. Even though we failed to mention it at times, we love you all. You have been our rock, and have given us the foundation we need to start the beginning of the rest of our lives. My fellow graduates, what can I say? We did it together. Just like a flower, we have destiny to face the world. Our journey is just the beginning. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
What is it?